Hello and welcome to this happiness meditation. Begin by finding somewhere comfortable to sit. That may be in a chair, or perhaps you prefer to sit on the floor with a cushion just tucked underneath your sit bones. Whatever is going to allow you to relax, but to also have an upright spine. Sometimes it can be helpful to imagine that you have a wall behind you and that your shoulder blades are resting up against this imaginary wall. And then think from the base of your spine as though you're dropping down into the earth, as though you had an anchor, and that anchor was dropping far down, and at the same time, you're going to lift up through the crown of your head. Notice any tension in the shoulders. Allow them to fall down away from your ears. Any tension in your jaw, you can move your jaw from side to side and release that. And then notice if there's any intensity in your eyes. Can you allow your gaze to be soft, relaxed? And then once you begin to feel settled, take a deep inhale through your nose and a long exhale out your mouth. Just release any tension, any worries, any frustrations or fears. And now bring your attention to your breath. Begin to notice the rise and the fall of your breath in your body. And starting to hear the sound of your own breath. So deepening the inhale and lengthening your exhale. And again, deepening your inhale. Lengthening your exhale, and just notice for yourself, what is a comfortable length in the breath for the inhale and a comfortable length of the breath for the exhale. And now what I'd like you to do is begin to breathe in through the nostrils with that comfortable breath length, and just count what that length is for you. And then as you exhale, you're going to double that count, meaning if for yourself your inhale comfortably was a count of 4, you're going to inhale through your nostrils for 4. And you're going to exhale through your nostrils for 8. Now, if you notice that that length feels strained, that the breath becomes strained by doing so, then all you're going to do is shorten the inhale and the exhale. So maybe for you, it's an inhale of 2, and an exhale of 4, or an inhale of 3, and an exhale of 6. Don't concern yourself with the length, just ensure that it's a double from the inhale, and that it doesn't feel again strained. Just continue this way. It helps to relax the body and the mind. And keep listening for the sound of your breath as you do so. Releasing any tension. Happiness is what all human beings are seeking ultimately. And the Buddhist teachings remind us that much of our suffering is from the mind. We entangle ourselves with thoughts and thought patterns that hold us trapped. Trapped either in a cycle of negative thinking, maybe a cycle of looking for problems rather than solutions. Whatever it is that causes you to feel fearful, doubtful, vengeful, all arise through thoughts that create the consequence of those thoughts. Now we can say, of course, that it's the external environment and external circumstances that cause suffering. And to a certain extent, absolutely, that's true. But ultimately, we always have a choice. We have a choice of how we approach that circumstance, that situation, or that inevitable suffering. When we lose someone dear to us, it's extremely painful. And it's hard to imagine that we will experience happiness at that moment in time. But simply remembering the joys, the laughter, the sharing we had with that person brings about a state of happiness. And just continue to stay with your breath. You can begin to release the length, awareness of the count of the breath. And any tension that you're holding, notice with your hands. Are you clenching your fists? Is your jaw tight? Are you grinding your teeth? Have you started to feel any constriction in the body? Now, happiness is a state of being. We don't arrive at happiness as though it's a destination or something to acquire or accomplish. Happiness is a state of being, which is wonderful in that it reminds us that it's available to us at any time, just the same as peace. We can't always change the external circumstances, and we all know that. But again, we do have the choice of what we experience at those moments when external circumstances and situations are part of our reality. So let us move into tapping into that joyful state, that state of happiness that actually is your natural state. It's expansive. It's inclusive. It feels good. And again, it's available to you at any time. So take a moment now and simply focus on a happy memory and a happy feeling. And as you do so, just gently draw the corners of your mouth slightly upwards. And take a deep inhale through your nose. And then a long exhale through your nose. And just notice that lightness in your chest, in and around your heart. This is a very simple and effective tool because the way you place your body affects your thoughts. In the same way, your thoughts affect your body. So in moments where you feel unhappy, whether it feels natural or not, at that moment to do so, draw the corners of your mouth slightly upwards. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Feel that lightness again in and around your chest, around your heart. And then exhale slowly through your nostrils. And let yourself hold yourself in this state. Just be in this state of happiness, of grace, without the mind pulling you away from it. Any judgments that enter the mind, you can just say to your thoughts, not now. And if another thought comes in, it's negative or pulls you away from this feeling of happiness, again, not now. Bring your awareness to your heart. And feel this happiness in your heart. When we are very happy, again in a state of happiness, there's actually a frequency that radiates out from our body. And they've been able to now measure it. If you're ever interested, you can look up the HeartMath Institute. But what they've discovered is that when we are in a state of happiness, that frequency from our heart goes further out from our body, and even further and further and further, and actually impacts and affects the people around us. Have you ever noticed that when you're in a really wonderful headspace, that you feel joyful, happy, uplifted, inspired? People are drawn to you. People you don't know may even smile at you. Sometimes they even wave or start to come and speak with you. But also, do you notice when you're in an angry state, you feel dark and down, that the opposite occurs? Because the frequency of your heart moves closer to your body. It doesn't expand out as far. And it's very difficult for people to enter in to that frequency unless they are in resonance with it. Meaning that they also feel unhappy, or angry, or dark, and down. Now, even in me speaking that, you may have noticed in your own body that you could actually feel that. You could feel the change from that moment of smiling and touching and tapping into your heart center, that joyful place, that the opposite began to occur. So let's go back to, again, a state of happiness and joy, so you can see for yourself that you do have a choice. So take another deep inhale through your nose, and a long exhale out your mouth. And draw again the corners of your mouth slightly upwards. And then exhale through your nose. Letting the muscles of the face be soft and relaxed. Take your right hand over top of your heart and take your left hand over top of your right and take a deep inhale again through your nose. And this time exhale out your mouth. And now take your left hand on your heart and take your right hand over top of your left, and again take a deep inhale through your nose. And a long exhale out your mouth. And now, if you feel comfortable doing so, you can repeat any of these positive affirmations to yourself in your mind. When I smile, the whole world smiles with me. I choose happiness. I am responsible for my own happiness. I am happy and at peace, regardless of my external circumstances. Now just bring your hands to rest wherever feels natural for you. And just notice, are you feeling a little lighter and happier? And as you move into the remainder of your day, bring this with you. Anytime something pulls you away from a sense of peace and happiness, choose happiness. Bring the corners of your mouth slightly upwards, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Gently bring your awareness to your body, giving your fingers and toes a little wiggle, moving your shoulders and gently moving your head from side to side. And then bring your shoulders up towards your ears. Take another deep inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. When you feel ready, open your eyes. Namaste.